that you're not the controlling one, her family's the one with the control.
Yes, there's... Well, it's not her family, it's her parents. I'm fighting for the family. There's many good members of her family.
Sure.
I'm fighting for them, I'm fighting for my son, I'm fighting for Tiffany, I'm fighting for her future. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. The only person that... Tiffany doesn't know any better. She didn't know any better then, man. She didn't know any better. And how the did they get her phone number a week after I bought her that phone? And why did Tiffany go a week and a half with these destructive people behind my back? And who the gave her the number? I still don't know who gave them the number. It was obviously her parents. Only few people that we trusted had her number. Somebody that we trusted betrayed us, and Tiffany betrayed me. Dude.
Come across like a Tasmanian devil. It's like, oh, wow, I can't believe it. Oh, my God.
When one person rates a relationship a 3 and the other rates it a 9, that's not a difference of opinion. That's a sign that two people are living completely different realities. And after hearing this story, I think I know who's seeing things clearly.
Lawrence is my fiance. We have a 7-year-old son together. I first realized how incredibly controlling Lawrence was when we first moved in together. He controlled pretty much everything I did. Where I slept, when I ate, he tried to control how I looked. He would only give me prepaid phones, and when the time was up, he wouldn't put new money on it. I did not have my own cell phone for a long time. My family had to call Lawrence's phone to talk to me. Lawrence controls what I talk about with my friends and family. I'm only supposed to talk about the weather and current events, not personal details. When I was pregnant with our second child, Lawrence did not want me to tell my father or my mother. He didn't want me to tell anybody. I respected his wishes until I was about 5 months. When he would leave the house, he would lock our bedroom door, and I had no key. He didn't want me snooping around. He's the most controlling person I've ever known.
What I'm struggling to understand is that she says the first red flag appeared when they moved in together and he bought her a burner phone so she couldn't contact her family. That's not a small issue. That's a major attempt to isolate someone from their support system. If you recognize that level of control that early in the relationship, it's difficult for me to understand how the relationship then progresses to having not 1, but 2 children together. I'm not saying leaving is always easy, especially when control and manipulation are involved. But when someone identifies such a serious warning sign from the beginning, it naturally raises questions about why the relationship continued to deepen despite those concerns.
Okay, it's good to meet you. I have an email here that you sent to me.
Yes.
Here's an excerpt. Please help. I have been in a relationship for 7 years with a man that hates my family. I went 3 years without talking to my mom and kept the birth of our second son a secret. I want out, but I don't know how. Help, please. So that's a serious email that I take serious. Are you serious?
I am serious. I love him and I want to make it work, but I can't live like this anymore.
Now, he doesn't see it the way you do.
I know that.
You understand? We're going to hear from him. Lawrence insists he's not controlling his fiancée, Tiffany, but simply setting boundaries. Take a look at this.
I have Tiffany's best interest at heart. She feels that I'm the one who's controlling. However, if I've been controlling, it was only to protect my family. There was a few months where I had a lock on the door, but we weren't even together. I felt it was necessary to protect my privacy. I had bought the phone for Tiffany. It took not even a week for her parents to give out that number to the very people that I was trying to protect her from. She has never come to me with any of these issues, ever. Now suddenly I'm the bad guy. Really, it's her parents that are the problem. Her father is a sick and manipulative, egotistical maniac. Whenever we are in family situations, he uses her and be like, look at me, I'm a great father. Tell them, Tiffany, tell them I'm a great father. She does it. She feeds it. I've made several attempts to fix her lives. I'd wake up every day.
Nobody's asking you to fix our lives.
She has people in her life, including myself, that truly love her, but seems to only enable and validate the people who have been destructive. The unfortunate thing is that nobody really sees what is really going on.
Well, Lawrence also wrote an email just one day after his fiancée, Tiffany, contacted the show. Here's an excerpt from that. My father-in-law has been ruining our lives and controlling and manipulating Tiffany to feed his ego and regain his control over the family. I'm getting the sense this is painful for you already.
First thing, as far as the laundry list, she would literally fill a load of laundry and put soap on top of it. When it ran through, the clothes would still be dry on top. So I'd literally, agitate the soap. I feel like I've been a parent to her because nobody was there to teach her even how to do laundry.
Has it gone beyond how to do laundry?
Yeah, like I told our first counselor, I've never met somebody as, somewhat ignorant to everyday ways of life. And, her parents are largely to blame for why she has problems functioning.
You seem really agitated.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm just wondering if you know that you're really agitated.
I was doing fine until I saw the initial clip, and I thought, yeah.
We thought we were going to come on here and it was going to be all about me and what I do wrong in my family and not about him.
Maybe. You don't know yet. I said I got issues with you.
I know. I have issues. I know that I do. And I want to work on them, but it almost seems impossible when he's constantly pushing me down.
Basically, what this boils down to is you're just trying to protect her from herself.
I would say that she has literally been self-destructive.
You don't want to control her. You're just trying to keep her from self-destructing or being with terrible people like her family.
I've reached out. It's not her family. There's a few members of her family, and I've reached out to the healthy members. And from day one, I've reached out. Everybody's ignored me. They won't validate me or they won't listen to me from day one.
Here's what she says Lauren's controlling behavior consists of. And this is just according to her. Let's go through it, and then I'll let you comment. Because I think if you comment on each one, we're going to be here to Thanksgiving. Okay. She says she's not allowed to see her mom for 3 years, not allowed to see her brother until he breaks up with his girlfriend because you don't like him. No relationship with niece because you don't like her mom. Not allowed to tell family she was pregnant for 6 months. Only allowed to discuss current events and weather with friends and family. Not allowed to give family the home address for 4 years. They couldn't know where she was living. Grandfather not allowed to take pictures of the grandchildren. Not allowed to tell family where he works or what time he gets off. No key to the first apartment. Left home without a car or phone. Gave Tiffany a prepaid cell phone, but then wouldn't reload the minutes. Not on the mortgage of the house. Checks miles on car to see how far Tiffany has gone. Must approve clothes before buying them. Not allowed to wear hair in a ponytail. Upset Tiffany's mom, called her on her birthday, said family doesn't need to call when we are together. Controls money, does all grocery shopping and pays bills. Annoyed Tiffany calls the dog Rock and not Rocky. Now that's her list. We just asked her what her perceptions were. That was her list.
Absolutely, man. This is, I have to say, first of all, that the first year of our relationship was so dysfunctional, and it sickens me to this day.
Let's take a quick break, and you take a quick break.
I'm sorry, but some of these complaints are so serious that they make the rest of the list even more confusing. We're talking about a man who allegedly checked her mileage, controlled her phone access, monitored who she spoke to, approved her clothing purchases, and got upset when her own mother called her. At that point, we're not discussing a quirky boyfriend with annoying habits. We're discussing someone who wanted a level of control that would make a parole officer say, relax. And that's where I get stuck. If these behaviors were happening this early and this consistently, how did we go from recognizing these red flags to having 2 children together? Because according to this list, the warning signs weren't subtle. They were practically holding up a neon billboard.
We're going to find out what question our producer asked Lawrence during the field shoot that pushed him over the edge. We'll come right back.
has told me that I'm not allowed to be friends with certain people. He's got a list of people that I'm not supposed to contact.
I didn't give her a list. There was an understanding.
People from my past.
There was a couple people that I did not want in Tiffany's life, and it was for significant reasons.
My best friend, my mother, and even my father. I don't know why he feels that way. He can't accept the fact that I made decisions in my past that weren't the best, and he wants to blame other people for it. This is another example of how he wants to control everything.
Well, Tiffany says her fiance of 3.5 years, Lawrence, completely alienates her from family and friends, and even has a list titled Not Allowed to Be Your Friend list.
Are you kidding me?
Of people she cannot talk to. But Lawrence says, look, he is not the problem. He is just trying to protect Tiffany from people who he claims were in her life before and hurt her and used her and exploited her. He's just trying to get those people out of her life and take care of her. Take a look.
Lawrence has alienated me from my family. He wants certain family members completely out of my life. He feels like my family controls me. My dad and Lawrence don't get along. Lawrence does not want my father to come to our house. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Doug is extremely controlling of Tiffany and our lives. Tiffany's 28 years old, and her father will not let go of Tiffany.
I think that my father and Lawrence are a lot alike in many ways, and I think that's what upsets Lawrence.
What do you want?
I want to be able to see my family without getting in trouble by you. Lawrence does not want me to talk to my family. I think he's afraid of losing control over me. I didn't speak to my mother for so long that she actually called the police to do a welfare check on me. Lawrence has forbidden me from talking to my brother's girlfriend, which means I can't see my brother and I can't even meet my niece. I miss her and I miss my brother. I would like to share things with my family, but I feel like if I do, I'm betraying Lawrence.
Okay, let me ask you a few questions. Forget about her for a second, just about you. Are you, in fact, controlling and dictating to her who she can have in her life and who she can't?
There's a couple people, yes.
So that, yes. Did you, in fact, say she couldn't even tell her family she was pregnant?
Yes.
Okay.
With one person, with one parent, I believe, and it was very sick and
Is she only allowed to discuss the weather and current events with her family? Nothing
No,
about
that's
the family?
not true.
You've never said that to me?
I've suggested the fact that your dad controls you, gets personal information out of this while feeding you lies, and I don't understand why you repeatedly, repulsively. Why can't you guys talk about the weather? I mean, people say that I'm controlling. Seriously, even to this day, I'm not even allowed to be mad at her. I'm not even allowed to have feelings of anger because she immediately goes on the offensive, and that's been...
Well, you're blowing that restriction.
The irony is absolutely unbelievable. This man doesn't want her to have a relationship with her father because he claims her father is controlling, yet he's the one checking mileage, controlling phone access, approving clothing purchases, and deciding who she can and can't talk to. Sir, the call is coming from inside the house. And what really gets me is that he's sitting there hyperventilating and acting shocked as these behaviors are being listed, as if someone else did them. You're out of breath hearing about your own rules? Nobody forced you to create this list. According to Tiffany, you are running the relationship like a strict parent, not a partner. That's why I'm struggling to understand how all these red flags were recognized so early. Yet the relationship continued long enough to bring 2 children into the situation.
Right? You can barely breathe. You're so upset.
Oh, wow.
All right. Well, Lawrence lost his temper during our field shoot when we asked about some of these controlling behaviors towards Tiffany.
Is it fair to say that you're not the controlling one, her family's the one with the control?
Yes, there's... Well, it's not her family, it's her parents. I'm fighting for the family. There's many good members of her family.
Sure.
I'm fighting for them, I'm fighting for my son, I'm fighting for Tiffany, I'm fighting for her future. Yeah. I don't know. Only person that... Tiffany doesn't know any better. She didn't know any better then, man. She didn't know any better. And how the did they get her phone number a week after I bought her that phone? And why did Tiffany go a week and a half with these destructive people behind my back, and who the gave her the number? I still don't know who gave them the number. It was obviously her parents. Only few people that we trusted had her number. Somebody that we trusted betrayed us, and Tiffany betrayed me. Dude. Yeah.
Well, here's the question that seemed to set Lawrence off. Quote, is it fair to say that you're not the controlling one, it's her family that has control issues?
Man. Whew. I guess. This is pretty shocking.
So what are you so exasperated about now?
How differently? I mean, there's a lot more to this puzzle. I mean, I feel like I'm going to war with a butter knife right now. The situation that I came into.
Let me focus on me for a minute.
Yes,
okay?
sir.
Here's what I believe your position is. I got in a relationship with this girl and quickly discovered that she is a product of an incredibly dysfunctional history. And as a result, my job as a fiance and her future husband and the father of our child is to protect her from all of these people that have exploited her and put her in harm's way and used her and abused her. And so, by God, I'm going to stand in the gap and protect her, and that's my job, and that's all I'm trying to do, and if you want to criticize me for it, then go ahead. Is that kind of your position?
Yes.
How am I doing?
Good. You know, and
do I get it? Did I do my homework?
And, you know, and the thing about it is that, you know, I've just waited for something, you know, for her to stand up for something other than to protect and enable, you know, these destructive people and to...
Right. Well, we're going to talk about that with her in just a minute, but...
This control thing is two ways, man, and...
Yeah, well, we're going to talk about that. Lawrence says he did write a 15-page letter airing his grievances about his future father-in-law, Doug. We're going to find out what the letter says and why it pushed Tiffany over the edge. We'll come back.
Lawrence wants her family completely out of her life. We've had a few arguments before. I've come close many times to jump in my truck, drive down there, and put a good beating on him.
Well, that was Doug talking about his frustration with the way his future son-in-law treats his daughter. Now, Lawrence says he is determined to show Tiffany's family that he is right about not wanting Tiffany to be around certain people in her life. He wants to keep her away from those he thinks have and will hurt her. So he spent about a month writing a 15-page letter about how Doug manipulates and controls his daughter. Take a look.
Tiffany's not saying anything, doing anything to fix our lives. I wrote a letter to her grandma without Tiffany knowing, to let the family know what her father has been doing, who he is, how he has been hurting Tiffany. It was time for people to know what is going on in their lives. It was time for me and Tiffany to move forward without running from everything that she does not want people to know. It was 15 pages long, and it was brutal, and it was the truth. I'm writing you about Doug and his control, manipulation, and ego that is destroying the people around him, mainly Tiffany and I. It is becoming crystal clear that Doug is a sick and desperate man, desperate to regain his power and place within Debbie's family that he lost because of some issues in his life. It is also clear that we are not allowed to move forward in our life without him standing in our way and his ego being in control. That. It was so disturbing and sickening to see how manipulated and controlled by her father she really was. I put it on my dead son's soul that everything I said was the truth. I can no longer continue to enable horrible people my wife enables out of anxiety, out of misplaced loyalty. That's what it comes down to. It's misplaced loyalty.
A 15-page letter to her grandmother? I'm sorry, but that's not normal disagreement territory anymore. That's a full research paper. Who has the time, energy, and motivation to write 15 pages about someone else's father? What's even more ironic is that every accusation he throws at her father seems to describe his own behavior. Manipulative, controlling, egotistical. Based on everything we've heard so far, he might as well have been standing in front of a mirror while writing that letter. The lack of self-awareness here is honestly astounding.
Okay, so that's the letter. Those are excerpts from the letter. I have the 15-page handwritten, margin to margin, top to bottom letter here. And it's obvious that you put a lot of thought into this.
Yes, sir.
If I read this right, the upshoot here is all of you family members need to understand that Doug is one sick guy.
You know,
And that he is manipulative and controlling and is going to hurt her, and you wanted them to know that. Now, Liz is the one that Lawrence has described as being the one with her feet on the ground, the matriarch of the family. It was the one that he chose to present his 15-page diatribe to. But she did not respond to it the way that he wanted to. Liz is on the phone. Liz, you say you think this is an unhealthy relationship that she's in. Why do you think that?
Because I don't think she has room to grow. I don't think she can be the whole person she has the potential to be. When she left him for 6 weeks, she went to the community college, she studied, and she got her GED, which she hadn't been able to do in 7 years living with him. You know, when she's out from under his thumb, she does blossom and she does things. I don't think that it's that he doesn't love her. I just don't think he knows how to let her live and be a whole person.
Is there dysfunction in her history and her family history?
Well, certainly we're not perfect, and my daughter and my son-in-law are divorced.
Okay, we're going to talk to Tiffany's father, Doug. We're going to find out why his future son-in-law's behavior made him think he was in the witness protection program. And we are going to hear from Tiffany what she thinks, what she wants, and why. We'll be right back. What do you want?
I want to try and make this work. I want him to stop. I want to be able to breathe. I want to be able to go see my family without feeling like I'm betraying him.
Okay, you've had this relationship for 7 years.
Yes.
Okay, you have a child together. And I'm curious why in the world you are allowing this man or any woman, anybody to dictate your life to you. Why are you doing that?
I
No, that's not an answer. What do you mean you don't know? You've had 7 years to think about this before you walked out here and sat down with me.
I guess in a way, I feel like I need it. I don't know how to do it on my own.
You don't know how to do what?
Be who I am. I don't know who I am anymore. It's been so long that I don't know who I am. I don't know if I could do it without Lawrence. It terrifies me, the fact that if I left him, I would be on my own.
The fact that you think you can't do it without Lawrence terrifies me. That terrifies me because that tells me that your self-esteem, your self-worth, your self-confidence has been eroded to the point that you have no confidence in your ability to function in this world without somebody else helping you.
I want to be with him. I love him. He is a good man. He's a good father. There are good things about him. When it's good, it's good. But when it's bad, it's really bad.
You know, the number one tool of an abuser is isolation. Because if they cut their victim off from the world, from friends and family and clergy and just others, then they have the ability to start influencing and controlling. But if that person goes out and has lunch with a friend who says, well, my husband doesn't do that, and that's not healthy, that's not right, it could cause you to question it, and that disrupts the control of a controller when they get input from the outside. You're isolated. I went down and made a list. No car, that's isolation. Approving purchases, that's controlling you with money, that's isolation. No family contact, isolation. No contact with this friend, isolation. You can't tell anybody that you're pregnant. That's isolation.
Yes,
One person was her mother.
So how's this working for you as far as your peace of mind, your happiness, your self-worth and esteem? How's this working for you?
Not very well. My self-worth and esteem is gone.
So if 10 is, man, I can stand up and conquer the world, and 1 is, I'm scared to death of the world if somebody's not there to protect me, where would you put yourself?
Probably a 2 or a 3.
And if 10 is a wonderful, loving partnership of a relationship with mutual respect, and 1 is a parent-child situation where you don't really get to make choices, where would you put your relationship?
Probably a 2 or a 3.
How about you? Where would you put this relationship in terms of on a 1 to 10 scale?
Lately, I would say it's a 9. Since we got back together, we have everything except for communication. I mean,
No. You have everything.
No, I mean, I'm saying we rub each other's feet. I mean, she has, I mean, we literally, you know, she will grab my shirt and kiss me. I mean, I'm saying we have passion and intimacy and love and, you know, I mean, it hasn't been that long, but.
Okay, did you just hear her say it's a 2 or a 3?
Yeah, you know?
See, the quality of a relationship is a function of how well it meets the needs of the 2 people involved. So if your needs are being met, you could rate it a 9. Listen, if your needs are being met, you could rate it a 9. If hers are not, she could rate it a 2. That's how you could be a 9 and she could be a 2, because your needs are getting met and her needs are not. You understand that?
And apparently I'm the only one that thought that we were having a healthy relationship. I mean, man, this is really
what?
Hard.
Dr. Phil asked her why she stays, and her answer was, because I love him and I want him to change. Girl, it's been 7 years. At some point, you're no longer waiting for potential. You're ignoring reality. And then came the ratings. She gave the relationship a 2 or a 3 out of 10, while he gave it a 9. That tells me they're not even in the same relationship. She's over there surviving it, and he's over there enjoying it. Of course he thinks it's a 9. He's getting everything his way. If one person says the relationship is a 3, and the other says it's a 9, somebody's living in a fantasy, and I don't think it's Tiffany.
Here's the email she wrote me. Please help! Help! Please help. I've been in a relationship for 7 years with a man that hates my family. He goes into a rage about how I have the worst parents ever. I spent 3 years without even talking to my mother and kept the birth of our son a secret. I want out, but I don't know how. Help, please. Signed, Tiffany.
And the first time I found out about that, and I thought she was actually seeking help for the dysfunction on her side of the family, and I'm not perfect.
Yes, see?
Oh, wow.
The issues.
So you were just the bus driver?
I don't. Wow.
You were just going to drop her off?
No, I'm saying
That's exactly how our counseling started, too. When we started group counseling, we went, and it was about fixing me.
Oh, my gosh. Wow.
Why do you think these guys are laughing?
Because I was under a different understanding about this show topic from the producers, and I...
whoa.
Yeah.
Okay, bring them out. Listen, you don't run that by me. I got the best staff in the history of television, and if you think for a second you're going to run that crap by me, that my producers call bait and switch on you, bring them out. Bring them out. We're going to find out whether you're telling the truth or trying to manipulate me. Because
I would never do that, Dr.
Yeah,
Phil.
no, you would try.
No, I wouldn't.
But
I'm here for help.
Well, I'm calling that bluff. All right, this is Jesse, who's the field person. Was there any confusion about what we were here for?
Not to me.
What was the understanding about what this show is about?
A controlling relationship between people who are apparently thinking about getting married, but whether the control issues lie more with the fiancé or with the family of Tiffany's family.
All right, and Amy Jo, step forward if you will. This is the senior producer. What was this show about from the beginning?
It was about controlling fiancés and whether or not you should move forward and get married if you are in that type of relationship.
Okay, was there any subterfuge about that at all?
No, not from the beginning. Everything was very clear. Every question we asked was about that particular topic.
Okay, so what part of this did you not understand? You said that, oh, wow, these guys, they misled me. Well, here's the two people right here.
Well, where's Christy?
Christy's right here.
Right here.
I said from the beginning that the show was going to be about your and Tiffany's relationships and the issue that you were having in particular with Doug.
Does it really matter? Don't we need help?
Yes, Tiffany, we need help big time.
Then let's do this.
Well, thank you, Christy, Jesse, Amy Jo. I hate to digress, but when somebody accuses my staff of lying, I'll just trot them out and let them stand for themselves.
I didn't mean lying. I mean failure to communicate what I thought was going on here. Whew. Oh wow, everybody's laughing. This is good stuff.
You know why everybody's laughing? They're laughing because the outrageousness of your lack of insight and willingness to look at themselves. They're laughing. That's their way of saying, oh my God, this guy needs to calm down and recognize what's going on. They're not being disrespectful. This is exasperation on their part.
I just want her to make healthy decisions.
Well, the first way, let me tell you how you can help yourself. The first thing you can do is stop playing the victim, because it doesn't work with me anyway. You're like, oh, wow, look what's happening to me. I came here because she is from such a dysfunctional family, and all of the focus is on me. I can't imagine why it's on you, other than the fact that you're ranting and raving and hyperventilating and pounding your fist and just being completely irrational. You have some legitimate concerns that I share with you.
Thank you.
But the manner in which you are going about implementing what you consider to be protection,
I agree,
is not working, is it?
I agree.
She is so exasperated with you that she says she wants out. But she really doesn't. She just wants out from under the pressure. Because
pressure of letting the truth be known.
The pressure of not being good enough for you, feeling like I can't even move. Every move I make is wrong. Everything I say is wrong.
My daughter is in a toxic relationship. Lawrence wants to control her every move. He's verbally abusive. He's mentally abusive. Lawrence is a nut. That boy seems to think that he is like Captain America, and he's the only one that's out there protecting the universe from the bad people. And I'm one of the bad people. For many years, Lawrence would forbid Tiffany from letting anyone know where they're actually living. You would have to call Lawrence, and Lawrence would have to decide whether or not he's going to let you talk to her. So sometimes I would go 6 months without talking to her. And now I'm not allowed to visit my daughter or grandson at their own home. It's ridiculous. I'm a grown man, and I'll sit in my car a block away waiting to see his car leave so I can sneak in there and see my daughter and my grandson. Lawrence is unhinged. He won't look me in the eye. He will not come to my house. He will not talk to me. He avoids me at every turn. Lawrence does have a temper, and he does own a handgun, and has made me nervous for my daughter and my grandson's safety.
Okay, now, Doug was going to be on the phone. We told him when the show was. We told him what time it was, and he said, good, I'll do it. Then this morning, he said, well, I'm too busy. Which kind of goes
His
to
way.
Lawrence's point of view.
Thank you. This looks very bad on my part. I understand it. I am not even going to deny that. But I have fought for Tiffany to make healthy decisions for herself, for us.
This has turned into a parent-child relationship. You don't want to be daddy.
I want a healthy partner. I've never had that.
No, you've never had that, and you don't have it now. So what needs to happen here is you need to, number one, get some stress management skills. Because if you don't, you're just going to blow up. Okay? Listen to me.
I know. I am.
No, look at me.
I am over.
You come across like a Tasmanian devil. It's like, oh, wow, I can't believe it. Oh, my God. And that's not effective. You two need to negotiate a way that you can relax. You need to learn some of the things that he wants for you but is going about in the wrong way. So what I am going to suggest is that I arrange some very specialized counseling in 3 different ways. One, for you to get yourself under control so you're not so expansive and aggressive in your presentation.
Yeah.
And you, as a woman, to deal with some women's issues and find your place in this world. And then the 2 of you as a couple. Now, if I arrange and provide those things for you, will you do that?
Absolutely.
If I do that, will you do it?
Yes, 100%.
Okay, deal? All right. All right. It's going to get so much better you won't believe it. All right, next, some past guests.
At the end of the day, this relationship isn't falling apart because of one argument or one bad day. We're talking about years of control, isolation, monitoring, and rules that no adult should have to live under. What stands out to me is that many of these red flags were identified very early on, yet the relationship continued for 7 years and brought 2 children into the mix. The biggest takeaway here is that love by itself is not enough. You can love someone with your whole heart, but if they're unwilling to change, unwilling to listen, and unwilling to treat you like an equal partner, love won't magically fix that. A healthy relationship shouldn't feel like a parent-child dynamic, a prison sentence, or a never-ending list of rules. Hopefully, both of these people take a hard look at what's happened and make the changes necessary, not just for themselves, but for their children, who are watching and learning what relationships look like. And with that being said, let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Do you think Tiffany should have left years ago, or do you think there's more to the story? If you enjoyed this commentary, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss future videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.